Hi guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is for you when you click on this video. I am Lisa and this is North Star Energy Healing. Today is Thursday, July 17th, and I hope you're all doing well and having a fantastic day so far. Um, so this morning, I've had a few days of struggle with my connection, my feelings. I don't know how to describe it. Just yesterday, I was having a conversation with my guides and on the way to work, and I was like, why am I feeling this way? I just posted a link to a video that I found yesterday at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, which really uplifted me. Jamie Butler put it out regarding intuition. So that's up. My piece is like 4 minutes long, and then I have the link to her video, which hopefully some of you will watch. So, anyway, after I got done with that, I was just sitting here connecting and talking to my guides, calling them in, asking them if there's anything they want me to do. Read on what is the message. And I did get the message to use my crystal ball. This is not something that I do. I'm not a crystal ball reader or a gypsy, which is what I equate with crystal balls, funny enough. Um, but I don't know. They just gave me that message, and I'm like, okay. So I held the ball in my hands. I talked to my guides. I focused. I looked in the ball to see what the messages were. And I will also say that this morning when I was walking, because I try to walk 30 minutes a day, just because it's good for my health. I wish it would make me lose a whole bunch of weight, but at any rate, it's good for me. So I was listening to a snippet from somebody that I watch, and she was kind of complaining that her video had low views and she thought the video was really important. And I looked at the video and it had like 19,000 views. But her other videos typically get 30,000. So I'm like, I was thinking about that, and maybe Spirit was giving me these thoughts that my guides have always told me that it doesn't matter if one person sees the message we put out or 1,000 people see it. We'll make sure the right people see it. And I'm like, where is this person that I highly respect? Where is this person coming from with this message? Why are they, to me, my thought was, why are they letting their ego get into that? Like, maybe everyone doesn't need to see that particular video. So I was kind of triggered by that. And so I started thinking about it for myself, my channel and whatnot. And I'm like, man, I would like give anything for one of my videos to have 19,000 views. Anyhow, so that's how my day kind of started. And while I was walking and thinking about that, and then I was thinking about the intuition video, and then I said, you know what, I want to give my viewers the intuition video link because it helped me so much. And then after that, as I said, I sat down, my crystal ball, blah, blah, blah. I digress. So at about 7:25 a.m. was when I sat down with my crystal ball. And what they showed me, and there are lots of different things that you can see in this because it depends on how you look at it, what my guides want me to see, right? So I wrote down what they were showing me. The very first thing I saw in it was like two little figures, like an angel and devil. And the message I heard was, which wolf will you feed? And some of you have probably heard that before. Do you feed the angel or the devil? I try to be middle of the road. um, and then I heard and saw cloud cover, right? Cloud cover and something sort of piercing the clouds. So that was telling me the message, the feeling that I'm getting is that sometimes we all have days where we feel like it's cloudy. Sometimes we all have days where we don't feel as connected, right? But something will pierce those clouds. The clouds will part. We will get back to whatever it is that we need. Maybe we need a break from, whatever we're doing. And that's why it's there. And then they showed me a woman in a cloak. So it was like just a woman standing up with a cloak on. This is something that has meaning to me. I don't know if it will to you. that is how I see myself. I don't know if that was me in a past life, but whenever I am picturing myself, I see and feel myself as a medieval type woman with long wavy hair and a cloak on. And actually, for my birthday last year, I had my husband take pictures of me with one of my cloaks, um, because that feels like the real me. I don't know how to explain that, but maybe someday I'll have a past life regression and I'll find out why this is. So I don't know if they were just showing me, we see you, or if the cloaked woman is a message for any of you. So I'm including it. Then they showed me Saturn. And I was thinking, what? I wonder what is going on with Saturn. So I'll talk about that in a minute. I'm not an astrologer, but I did look up what is Saturn doing right now because they showed it to me for a reason. Then they showed me ripple effect. I literally could see ripples in the crystal ball. And the message I got from that was, we don't always see the effect we have on others. For instance, um, I could put out a video that has one view, but the effect it has on that person will affect then the other people that they see and talk to, and then those people may affect more people. So it can go from one person to two people to 8 people to 32 people. So remembering that we may not always see a result just like that, but it is working. Spirit is working through us. We all have a purpose in what we're doing and bringing the light and that. So to remember that. And it's a reminder for me as well as all of you. Your smile, your kind word can change a person's day, who will then go change someone else's day, if that makes sense. And then they showed me like splashing water. Like, if you drop something into water, there's a circle of water splashing up with little droplets going everywhere. So the one act of dropping a rock or a pebble or something into the water makes that splash, which makes, I don't know, 20, 50, 100 droplets, which then drop back into the water, which then each make their own ripple effect. Isn't this amazing to think about? And so that's the effect that we can have on others in our spiritual journeys. And when we are bringing light to others, is that ripple effect. We may only talk to one person, but that person is then going to talk to one or two or three or four. We may talk to one person now and another person in 2 hours and another, and it's all going to have an effect. Everything that we do and say and every choice that we make has an effect. And then they showed me distinctly black and white, like almost like a spherical shape with a line in the middle. The message I heard from that, nothing is black and white. People that are looking for a concise answer to things, there's usually a gray area to everything, right? So that's true. I mean, yes and no are two different answers, right? But there is a gray area in between. That's the maybe or the kind of yes or kind of no or what have you. Hopefully you understand what I'm saying or what they brought through. Okay. So now what I did, I looked up Saturn to see what is Saturn doing right now. Why are they showing me that? And I went to Cafe Astrology. Anybody can go there to see any messages. And what it says is Saturn is in Aries from May 24th, 2025 to September 1st, 2025. So May, June, July, August, okay? And then from February, okay, so I don't care about that. What I care about is Saturn is in Aries right now and has been. Now, Aries is a very fiery sign, right? Aries are passionate, independent, and competitive. So then that brought me back to thinking about what that person was saying about their video not having this many views and blah, blah, blah. And one of the comments was, is it really worth doing? And I was thinking, jeepers creepers. If I said that when one of I have 3 videos right now that have 0 views, but I don't care because my guides have told me Don't worry about it. The right person will see it at the right time. And I'm confident that I trust them. So, but Aries can bring that competitive nature, right? Aries is a leader. They're energetic, they're self motivated, they're honest and direct, impulsive and hot headed, though, right? Adventurous, okay? So, Aries are known for their courage, determination, and ability to inspire others. So, just from what that person said about their video, inspired me to do this. So, there you go. Weaknesses are impulsiveness, rash decisions, and the competitive nature that may sometimes come off as aggressive or domineering. That's what we need to look out for. And this could be what could be, that lingering feeling that I've been having with Saturn and Aries. So maybe feeling, some people may be feeling these kinds of ways. Okay, so let's pull some cards on this subject. What is the subject? I don't know. I will figure out the name of this video when I get it done, I guess. It's, I don't know. What are we talking about? We're talking about we should only be competing with ourselves, like to be better each day, to do better, right? I don't know. We'll see. Let's see what Spirit wants to bring through. But the angel devil, which wolf do you feed? Cloud cover, break in the clouds, cloaked woman, Saturn, ripple effect, splashing water, more ripple effect. Things aren't always black and white. Okay. And hopefully a few people will see this video. Who knows? I don't know. I don't. Quest. Be bold and mighty forces will aid you. Take action. Good luck favors the brave, is what the Magical Times has to say. Beautiful card. Be bold and mighty forces will aid you. Take action. Good luck favors the brave. And there you have a fairy riding on a dragon with a phoenix right beside. Love it, love it, love it. Spirit, do you want any other oracle? They're leaning toward the earth magic. All right, I'll have to get the book out. Okay, let's see. Sorry for my long talk at the beginning, but sometimes that's just what happens. They lead me, they give me thoughts for a reason. They lead me to do things to get out to all of you, right? And thank you to every single one of you that has subscribed to my channel and that watches my videos. I appreciate it more than you know. Okay, so let's see. Earth magic. Okay, Spirit, what else do you have to say for us from the Earth Magic deck by, look at, Rainbow. Blessings. Yeah. That splashing water and those droplets make little prisms, which are rainbows, right? Yeah. Lotus flower. Unfoldment. Love it. Lotuses work really hard to get out of the mud and show their beauty. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me grab. Okay. So rainbow. Blessings. Okay, let me see. A rainbow is created by the collaboration of sunlight and water in the atmosphere. The water droplets become tiny prisms. What did I just say? What did Spirit just give me to say? The water droplets become tiny prisms that collectively diffuse and disperse light into a ribbon of colors that is the essence of every hue we're capable of perceiving on this planet. Wowzers. Okay. The storm has passed and it is time to enjoy the refreshing beauty of this cycle, even though it has been difficult to appreciate any sense of purposefulness in what you have endured lately. Wow. I'm getting really emotional about that because that is exactly how I felt yesterday. Actually, it's been Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I've really had 4 days of struggling with how I was feeling. Thank you, Spirit. You can now, as they say, count your blessings. Do not just look at the brighter side, adhering to some academic mantra that has no heart or depth, but do so slowly and with genuine gratitude that is expressed up close and personal. This ever-evolving process of life itself is a blessing, an opportunity to exist as a human being on Earth. The planet is a beautiful garden, even if it does not always appear to be so. Sometimes it is only when you look back at a memory of an experience that you can truly see the blessings that have come from them. Bless your difficult or painful experiences and let them go. Wow. Very emotional there. Because sometimes as a light worker, we feel like we always have to be, on and connected, and we pressure ourselves into that, right? Like we have to be this for everybody else so that we can uplift others. And sometimes we completely forget that we're human and we are also allowed to have days where it's cloudy and days where we don't feel connected. Sorry, guys, I really am. I didn't know that I was going to be that emotional. Lotus flower, unfoldment. Your spiritual unfoldment is occurring at all times, whether or not you are aware of it. Wow. Okay. Once again, the way that I felt the past 4 days, like I was disconnected almost. It is inevitable as long as you put your trust in the hands of the Creator, the one who holds the light. Like the lotus, your soul is always reaching for the light to fulfill its karmic destiny. But even in the process, there are periods of darkness and times to rest. It is a natural cycle, one that cannot truly be coerced or halted. Yeah, no matter what I did, trying to meditate, trying to tune in, trying to bring my thoughts to some better happy thing. I even imagined myself riding horses. I couldn't seem to get out of it. It has an innate rhythm of its own, one that is unique to the being that is you. You do not need to strive or be driven by spiritual ambition. It does no good to try to force growth upon yourself or others, for that matter. Allowing is the key here. Allow the place in you that naturally wants to follow the light to do so, while recognizing that even when you have complete faith, you will face challenges and occasionally suffering. Your steady faith and love will guide you on your journey of returning to the light. Wow, guys. Wow. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe, I can, because my guides are amazing. But for those of you who have had these types of struggles, at times when you just feel like, what am I doing? Where am I going? What am I supposed to do? My heart goes out to you. And those messages told us right there is a reason for that. Sometimes we are disconnected. We need to rest. We may be getting downloads. There could be many reasons for it. Wowzers. I love my guides so much. They're so good to me. I'm so lucky and blessed. Blessed. Like the rainbow, right? All right, we're using the Journey to Oz and Wonderland. And we're going to see what Spirit wants to bring out with the tarot here. Keeping in mind all of those other things, black and white, angel, devil, ripple effect, droplets, droplet effect, prisms, the devil. Oh boy, the devil. That's Capricorn energy, that's physical earth energy, that's obsession, addiction, fear, right? Wow. Obsession, addiction, and fear. It could be Capricorn, though. Keep that in mind. But I think, all of us, like what I was listening to, and a person being obsessed with how many views a video has, is ridiculous to me. But I just don't let myself do it. I used to. Don't get me wrong. I used to. But my guides gave me a message, and they've given it to me more than once. Just basically, you put out what we give you and let us worry about who sees the video. And when. Yeah, fear. What is the fear? Maybe the fear that person had that they would lose subscribers. I have gained and lost subscribers. It happens, right? I subscribe to channels, and sometimes I outgrow that reader and I unsubscribe. There's nothing wrong with that. We're all on our own path of growth and development. So it just, we have to go along. And 10 of Cups, I love that energy. King of Cups, yes, 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 yes. Okay, I don't know where that voice came from. Cups, loving, nurturing. Okay, one more card, please, Spirit, for the tarot portion of this. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am grateful for my guides. I am grateful. When I'm in the shower, I am thanking my water. I have a well. Thought that was going to come out, but it didn't. And I am always thanking the water elements for the water that they provide to my grass and trees and flowers and the animals that are around here, because my property abuts 5,500 acres that are protected. So there are lots of animals: foxes, deer, skunks, porcupines, raccoons, moose, coyotes. They all have their place. Lots of birds. There we go. We always have to wait for it. Okay, let me show you what the tarot portion is. The Devil card in this deck is so beautiful, right? So beautiful. This is a reminder that challenges can be beautiful, right? Challenges can be beautiful. She has a ruby necklace on. She has a heart-shaped perfume bottle in her hand. All the white roses back here, but there are thorns, right? There's always... I'm hearing every rose has its thorn. That's, I think, is that a Guns N' Roses song? I don't know. So, excuse me, navigating through our fears, our addictions. And addictions, the word makes people think about drugs, but it's more than that. It's addiction to scrolling on TikTok. I talk about this a lot. There are so many people that are addicted to gaming. Those games they put on your phones, just, it's addicting. It's taking you away from the real you, the real life, your spirit, I don't know how to explain it. So while gaming can be fun and it can be a relaxing thing, too much of it is that's when it gets over to addiction and obsession, right? We don't want to be obsessed or addicted to anything, right? We want to be healthy and have a healthy balance, okay? So this is, I forgot to say, that's the Queen of Hearts on that card. The next card is the King of Wands, fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sag. I know these cards are, each and every card in the tarot is connected to a sign, but I don't have all those memorized. But this is definitely fiery passion. Look, he's sailing onward. He's got his torch. He's got his paragliding, whatever that is. I don't know. And he's on like a boat. I don't know why he's holding that, but maybe he's just holding on to the sail. He is moving forward. And that is the key. Like, when it's time to move forward, we move forward, right? We leave the fears and addictions and obsessions and we move on. What happens then? We hold ourselves back with this Eight of Swords. You see, the Eight of Swords is our own thoughts, and it's us keeping us trapped with our fears. So this lion can cut the vines off and walk on. He doesn't need to be trapped in his thoughts and fears and worries. I actually love how this King of Wands is between worries and fears. So you see how it's kind of dark on either side. If we would just break away from that, we could be the King of Wands and sailing on, sailing out and away from our fears, addictions, and obsessions. Wow, thank you, Spirit. Ten of Cups. This is happy, happy, happy. This is friendship. This is love. This is partnership. This is rainbows. This is happiness and joy, right? Cups are love and nurturing. Tens are completion and then the beginning of a whole new cycle. Completing a cycle and beginning a whole new cycle, which we would do if we would leave our fears, addictions, and obsessions behind, right? King of Cups. Loving, nurturing, masculine energy. Look how happy he is there. This is a little bit of a different depiction than other decks, but I picked this deck. Spirit had me use this deck, and we're going with this one. Purple and gold. Purple signifies spirituality. He's actually drinking something purple, right? Your spirituality can make you happy, can bring you back. Your intuition, your connection, your prayers, your meditations can bring you back to the place of joy, right? Tuning into our gut and our guides. Our guides are there to help us, and they love us and they want us to succeed, right? So tuning in can give us that beautiful, loving, nurturing feeling. And the last one is the Five of Swords. Fives are change, the lion and the unicorn. Five swords are communication, right? Five of Swords typically depicts discussion. What they're giving me, what they're showing me is like almost like a tug of war with yourself, right? The discussions you're having with yourself. Thank you, Spirit. What are they? How are you being? So it looks in this like the unicorn has taken the crown off the lion with his horn. The lion is open-mouthed and they are racing. This is competition. What did we talk about in the beginning about Saturn bringing out competition? And it's also, I'm getting very emotional about this too, right? The only competition that we should be in is the competition with ourselves to be better, right? Not someone else. So we need to change and not be competitive with other people. Like if I looked at other readers and then compared myself to other readers all the time, I wouldn't get anywhere because I need to be doing my own thing and what's right for me, not what's somebody else, is doing. And that's just, you got to walk your own path. Don't compete with other people. Well, okay, there are friendly competitions, baseball games, football games, debates and things like that. But I'm talking about deeper competition, like stepping and trampling on people's hearts. What else? Help me, Spirit. Trampling over people's hard things that they've worked hard on, just so that you can win, right? That's not a good place to be, right? We only want to compete with ourselves. Thank you, Spirit. Here we have the Eight of Swords again. Double message about this. The only one holding you back is you and your thoughts. You can take off your blindfold. You can undo your hands. You can walk right out of that, okay? So double Eight of Swords. I will put that right there with that other Eight of Swords. Oh, come on, Lisa. Come on. Oh, here we go. Oh my gosh. I guess they want you to really focus on that rainbow blessings card since they made me knock it down. Sorry, now my camera's all wonky. Sorry about that. Okay. Wow. So double Eight of Swords. Stop thinking the limiting thoughts, the limiting beliefs, the defeating thoughts. The Fool. Hello. Yes. New journey. New journey with the Fool. I love this card. He's got all the zodiac signs, the full moon. He's dancing. He's got butterflies. His dog is with him. But the Fool also comes with a warning, right? Look before you leap, okay? I feel the Fool kind of goes along with that 10 of Cups. New journey, new beginning. The ending of a cycle and the beginning of a brand new cycle. Knight of Swords. Moving on in truth. Moving forward in truth. Being careful not to jump off a cliff with too much truth. Oh my gosh, where did that come from? Okay, Spirit. Meaning you don't have to be meanly blunt. I'm a Sagittarius. I'm very blunt at times, and sometimes I have to apologize for something I say. So moving forward in truth, but in a kinder way is what I'm hearing. Like not charging in and making somebody feel stupid, namely yourself. You want to be honest and truthful with yourself, but you don't want to cut yourself down in the process. Wow, thank you, Spirit. 6 of Wands. Love seeing this. This is victory. This is you being victorious. What are you victorious over? The 8 of Swords. You are being victorious, overcoming your limiting beliefs, your demeaning thoughts, and all of that. That's you getting through that. That's us getting through that, okay? Let me not make it seem like this doesn't apply to me, because it does. Okay, so let's recap just a little bit. In the crystal ball, the angel devil, the wolf that you feed, the cloud cover, and a break in the clouds will come. The cloaked woman, I don't know what that means for all of you, but I know what it means for me. Saturn, we already discussed Saturn and Saturn being in Aries and what's going on. Also want to mention, they're giving it to me now, Mercury goes retrograde tomorrow, okay? April 18th. Why did I say April? July 18th, Mercury goes retrograde. So I don't know, as I'm recording this, it's July 17th, so tomorrow, July 18th, Mercury goes retrograde. This is when things, mechanical things, and technology can give us some problems. When Mercury is retrograde, it is not the time to start something new or buy a new car or anything like that. If you've already started a project, you can continue with it, but don't start something new or try not to in Mercury retrograde. The ripple effect, the splashing water with all of those droplets creating their own ripples, basically thousands and hundreds of thousands of ripples. And everything is not black and white. There's always a gray area. The rainbow with the blessings. And I read you that, and I'm not going back there because it made me cry, and I don't want to cry again. The lotus flower and unfoldment. The lotus coming up through the mud, right? The quest. This was our first card. Be bold, and mighty forces will aid you. Take action. Good luck favors the brave. Yeah, we have to be brave and leave our limiting beliefs behind. Okay, we just went over the tarot, but addictions, fears, now they're giving me compromising situations. Don't put yourself in a compromising situation, right? Compulsions, obsessions. So these 8 of Swords card, this double message, remember the King of Wands is in between. We can be that, but we need to leave this behind. We need to leave this behind, break those chains, and go forward. 10 of Cups, Fool. Good energy there. Moving forward, being happy, being joyful. King of Cups, tuning into your love, your nurturing, your spiritual side, right? Tuning into that and gaining hope and love from your spiritual side, okay? That 5 of Swords is only compete with yourself. We shouldn't be competing with other people, only ourselves, competing with ourselves to be better. And then that Knight of Swords, remember we were saying don't cut like a knife, especially when you are breaking out of these things. Be gentle and kind with yourself, but be honest, right? And then that victory with the Six of Wands. Okay, let's get an animal oracle. This went on a lot longer than I thought it would. I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to call this video. Oh, okay. What is the animal to end this reading, please, Spirit? What is the animal oracle to end this reading, please? What is the animal oracle to end this reading? I have really enjoyed this reading. I feel really good right now. I feel better than I have felt, and I attribute that to Jamie Butler's reading on intuition yesterday that she did. Not her reading, she did a talk on her channel. As well as what came out this morning for me from my guides. Just feel completely blessed, lucky, honored that they have chosen me to do this work. Okay, what is the animal? Taking a little bit of time here, but that's okay. We want the right one. We don't want to rush things. I could just cut the deck and pull one out, but I like doing it this way. I know that my guides will. There we go. 11, horse. Horses are my favorite animal on the planet. 11 is very, very dear to me. I got married on 11/11/11. 11 is a master number. It is a magical number, a mystical number, and a powerful number. Okay, that's the only one that they want to give us. Embrace change and embrace adventure. Embrace change and embrace adventure. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Thank you so much for watching this. Please give it a like so that it can move around YouTube. I always feel like my guides have an important message to get out, but of course I'm biased because they're my guides. But please do give it a like, a share if there's somebody who has been going through some struggles similar to this, like I have, because I think it can help, okay? I hope it can help. That's why I do this. I want to help you, all of you, myself included. Okay. Peace and kindness every single day. I love you all.